I've not been doing this too much, but at the end of the day, if it's it's just a question of perspective. If you take a zoom out, you go, well, relative to when I wasn't doing this stuff, I think this is like just scratching the surface. It's like, long overdue, or so it's all right, isn't it? It's all right. And plus, it doesn't even matter. I'm not forcing anyone to watch these. They're just there. Just keep it going and going and going and going and going and going. If I feel like it, in this state that I'm in, I mean, if you can't get in this, to quote Lance Armstrong, dumb focus, right? Working physically all the time, it just puts you into this dumb zone. But I don't know. Is it dumb? Is it intelligent? You know what I mean? So you decide. You decide, and I decide when I do it. You see what I mean? It's only as intelligent or as dumb as we want to define it as. I can make it intelligent if I'd fucking decide. That kind of thing. It's just like quite nice. But what a glorious day. Even though, even with all the shit that's going on in our lives and our and in the world, but I don't know why we pulled down by world events, and life events, because at the end of the day, how does that help me in my mission? I've got my own problems I'm trying to sort out, so I'm not going to be any use to anyone else if I'm all fucked up and absorbed in negativity and low vibrational bullshit, which is what the Matrix, for want of a better term, is. Stream of consciousness. I love this, it's great. Which is what the Matrix is designed for, isn't it? Create chaos, confusion, bullshit, division, conflict, negativity, low vibrational shit, to keep all as George Carlin, and not just him, other people, to keep everyone else fighting and down, keep everyone down. I mean, was David Icke right or what? He's not just the only one who's said this, right? But someone needed to get up on the world stage and say, you do know that you're consciousness raising, #Marx, yeah? That was the same as what he did, wasn't it? Consciousness raising. You do realise, you poor little peasants. Cattle, sheep, cockroaches. That's what when these other YouTubers were saying. They just see some of these scummy elite people, just see the herd, the human herd, as just cockroaches. But I don't want to dwell on the fucking paedophilia and the sex trafficking and all the negative shit that, what do you think about the idea that you've got to define what we're talking about, what the system, the elites, the control system, shadow government, whatever it is, Illuminati, Freemasons, whoever they are, whatever, are they doing that? It seems plausible to me that you would have a small number of people hoarding all the wealth. I mean, that's established already. A very small number of people hoard all the wealth, and they use money to. It's all debt slavery. Slavery still exists. Debt slavery. Keep the peasants down. Do you think these psychopathic evil overlords of society want the other people down below rising up? It's funny though, isn't it, when you think about it, when you actually laugh at it, the system, a relatively tiny number of people control the whole shebang. I think it seems that would be the case, right? I mean, I can't insert any research or evidence to back up a claim there, but I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? A very small number of people control the whole shebang, and most people are controlled. And when you look at the number of people that are controlled, it's kind of laughable. So it's kind of, you would think the force of the, if you look at it like a pyramidal structure, the base is holding it up. We are holding it up by our acquiescence, all that kind of thing, right? So the number of people relative to the number of people who are actually controlling the thing, there's a bigger force if people rose up to fight the control system. But how do you fight it? Because it's all like a big matrix. Matrix is actually a good term, don't you think? Spider's web, we're all, everywhere you go, it's like a maze. Can't do that. We're all locked in everywhere you go. Can't do this, can't do that. Debt slavery. Whole system controlled to keep everyone down. But who cares, at least if you know that you're up, relatively speaking. Imagine if the whole of humanity was up. What a different world it would be. What a wonderful world it would be. But you look at the evidence for the fact that this human race as a whole is subdued, and it shouldn't, people say, oh, that's inherently in humanity, that we're just inherently fight amongst ourselves in our nature. I don't know. I think it's a small number of people who are like that. Most people want peace and love, do they know? So if you actually took a step back, but I guess, of course, philosophically speaking, people are too concerned with rat race, got to keep up, got to earn the money to do, they've got to keep doing that to stay in the game, to keep on top of things, so they didn't have enough time to question the system and band together. We're all fighting amongst ourselves. There's no camaraderie, is there, in this society? There is and there isn't. There is to a certain extent. There isn't the way it should be. It's interesting to think about that, isn't it? Look in your own community. Are there many people that you could, if the fractured society, as one of those people said, alone together? In other words, social media was used as an example to highlight that point, that we're alone together. We're all atomized, fractured society. We're all individuals, but we're not really together. There's no community and all that, right? Look in your own community. How easily do you think it would be to band together like 30, 40 people for like a cause if there was something to do? Do you think you'd be able to do it? Or would they'd be looking at all our differences, wouldn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Everyone would be looking at all the differences rather than the common goal. And they wouldn't there'd be so many reasons not to do it. But keep your eye on the prize. If the prize is big enough, would people do it? But then you look at if we just go with that idea that there's a scummy elite at the top, they're banded together to control millions and billions of people. And billions of people can't band together because they've been divided by the elitists. That's pretty obvious, that, isn't it? I'm not the first person to say it, but what was the point of saying that? I don't care. Well, if you look at myself, fractured self, I was a fractured self, and now I've kind of brought the pieces together, and I'm a whole person, so I can do, there's a lot that I can actually do, and one of the things is just on a local level, think global, act local, be a local cycling influencer, try and get in the top 10 in the golf ball, and try and get some first in the Strava things, do some competitions, some cycling competitions, get there and do some escapades, send out a bit of love, joy and appreciation to people in the industry, see what happens, stuff like that. There's always stuff you can do. That's what I'm missing, is the camaraderie. That's why it'd be good to join a wee five-a-side team, wouldn't it? Be good to join a wee five-a-side team. But I wouldn't want to, as I said before, embarrass them, nearly 50 years old, and still blow them away as the best goalkeeper in history of Scotland. That they didn't actually know how good I am, right? And I would have actually, taught Scotland national team and a lot of these other domestic teams, Dunfermline, Falkirk, Queen of the South, any of them, I would show them how it's done, And I was talking about Graham Bree, that they didn't use Graham Bree enough. Underused. Look at me, underused. It's funny. You shine into the future like the star that you are. You shine at your best, absolutely glowing white light of inspiration just to yourself in multiple areas, right? And it's not really rewarded, is it? It's not really rewarded. It is here on this thing. At least the people who still follow me on this, get it. That's cool, but it doesn't. It's not really yet. I think there's still hope, Hence the white light of hope, that I'm providing here. You got to keep doing things, keep being immersed in your own golden light of personal inspiration for a bigger purpose. What is that bigger purpose like? Leo said it's a moving thing, like the Bruce Lee thing, and that's just the way it is. I mean that's the way it is. So it's a moving thing. I was pondering the thing about the cycling as well today. Why am I still wanting to do that as a passion? God, but the thing is, you don't stop being passionate. I was listening to one of these YouTube things, right, and it was talking about that. You don't stop being passionate. Your passion actually increases. Okay, your passion increases if it finds its expression in different areas. Didn't you think of? I'm just like derivatively relating some of this thing that I saw today. That's my job. I've done that quite a few times. I've listened to some of these cool YouTubers. I've got some cutting edge people that I follow, so then I just kind of I take it on board and then shit it out in my own personal way, right? But one of the things he was saying was see if like you you once were a footballer, but you stopped it because you decided not. It doesn't even matter. If you're that quality person, your passion and talents, and it finds its expression into something else, whatever that is. It could find its way. That's a bit like me. Like, I didn't see myself as like, I'm just trying to get better at various areas, right? And you go, say for example, the cycling. If I decided to stop tomorrow and go, oh, I've lost the passion, right? You just like, if I did that, you go, well, I've not. It doesn't mean I've lost the passion for life or me. I'm actually growing in passion. You feel that? You feel that? It's just finding its expression in different areas, you know. And it's you just got to be wedded to one thing, you know. You're wedded in a way, but not. You know, it's hard to explain. I think any of you would know what I'm talking about, because when I say all this stuff, you already get this. I'm not saying stuff that you don't already know. It's just, I'm expressing this, and I think that it's just the community thing of, oh, the connection. Oh, someone else feels the same way as me. It's that kind of thing. It's not like I'm reinventing the wheel or saying anything revolutionary here, is it? But, in terms, so I'll just finish with this, because I'll just sit and chill out and ponder, and then get on with what I'm supposed to be doing, which is, I don't know what, but thinking about the training thing, right? It's quite a glorious thing. As I've said before, you let go and you go, oh, it's about my results, but it's not about results. It's not about external results. I'm not frantically chasing in a desperate sense for some, you know, elusive result that's going to make me feel big like a man. You know, fuck all that. I've already done stuff. So, but I just do it for fun. So again, like using the awareness, you know, the perspective. You look down on it and you go, I'm a scientist conducting experiments. It doesn't matter whether I get the result or not. It's just interest. It's creative. You see what I'm getting to. Let's finish with this. I'm getting creative. And as I've said before, the cycling thing, some people might be surprised to know just how creative an exploit it is, right? So this opens up, right, okay, I haven't lost the passion. It's just different, like the flowing water thing. The thing that you enjoyed, right? Don't be wedded to it, but you go, I still enjoy this. Like, I'm still passionate. It just finds expression slightly differently. It's like, you know, it's hard to explain, but you feel that, like, I think you relate to that. You know, you've maybe been really good at something, and you go, oh, I'm not interested in that. What's wrong with me? Oh, I'm getting older. Oh, I'm getting more lame. Nah, as I said, stay black, because you're getting more black. I mean, you might not be like, say if you used to do something you're really good at it. No, it's just being adapted to your needs and your, you know, it's all that. I think all this stuff's glorious to ponder. The fact that I could still do the cycling, but as I say, it's such a creative thing anyway that we can add new creative elements to it. We can go, let's look down at truly as a scientist, and, you know, it's really fascinating. Can I go quicker even though I'm older? And then I'll get a big boner for myself, the fact that I'm older and still manage to do this and that. I mean, use all the intelligence, train smarter, not harder, and all that. And knowing that we have, in closing, knowing that our passion is increasing every minute of the day. The passion is not going down, the passion is going up. Sorry, can you feel that? Right? So it just finds it, so just let go and you go, fucking hell, I think. But and then you okay, you get a little bit excited about the prospect of potentially getting results, but for a bigger purpose, you see. Do it for a bigger purpose, to inspire someone else, or to go, whoa, shock someone, and you go, whoa. But again, don't be wedded to it. Don't be like, oh, I have to do the cycling. Like, it's your attachment to it, isn't it? And with increasing passion, anything's possible. And it's not the only thing that we're doing, but it's quite exciting, isn't it? I mean, I cycle to work every day anyway, so why not do something with it and try and get excited to... It's a whole fascinating thing that I couldn't possibly, in some ineffable way, couldn't possibly break down into words, but in a certain sense, there is some glorious new form of expression of the thing that may, of course, like, shed light on other areas, and then the feedback loop that comes back, and just the glorious thing of living, trying your best, enjoying every moment, and yeah, stuff like that.